into 21-inch fem rip. This will take a bear's head off.
Welcome back to the channel, movie lovers. Today, we're diving into the thrilling, action-packed world of Bellerina, 2025, a brutal yet emotional tale of revenge, legacy, and survival, set in the heart of the John Wick universe. Get ready for non-stop fights, deadly assassins, hidden family secrets, and a ballerina who turns pain into power. So sit back, hit that like button, and let's get into the full story of Bellerina, where elegance meets vengeance. The movie opens with a man named Javier Makarov and his young daughter, Eva Makarov. Javier, a former assassin, is now living a quiet life and teaching his daughter to dance. During a heartfelt moment, he tells her that she reminds him of her older sister, to which Eva responds that she doesn't even remember her. Javier then gifts her a music box that holds a ballerina inside, symbolizing the peaceful life he wants for her. But that very night, their peaceful world shatters. A group of assassins breaks into their home. Javier fights back with all his might. Eva hides and watches in fear. Although Javier is also an assassin, he is outnumbered and outmatched. Soon, their leader, a cold and ruthless man named Chislov, arrives. Through their tense conversation, it's revealed that Javier once married Chislov's daughter and escaped with their child, Eva, to keep her away from a life of violence. Chislov has now come to reclaim her. Chislov offers Javier two options: either sacrifice himself and let Eva live, or try to resist and get both of them killed. As Javier prepares to shoot himself to save his daughter, Eva cries out, exposing herself. In that moment, Javier springs into action again and resumes fighting. Chislov escapes while the battle continues. One assassin attempts to shoot Javier, but Eva picks up a gun lying nearby and shoots the attacker, saving her father. With no time to waste, Javier sets explosives throughout the house and escapes with Eva. However, he's shot during their escape. Still, they manage to flee just in time as the house explodes, killing most of the assassins, except Chislov, who had already left. Tragically, Javier succumbs to his wounds, dying shortly after the escape. Eva is next seen at a police station, emotionally wrecked. That's where Winston appears, a familiar face for those who follow the John Wick saga. Even if you're not familiar with him, don't worry, his role in this film is minor. For deeper context, you can check out the recap video of John Wick, Chapter 1 linked in the description. Winston tells Eva that her father was a good man who wanted a free and peaceful life for her, something he could never have. He confesses that he cannot offer her that life either, but he can take her to people who might. He decides to bring Eva to Ruska Roma, a secret society that trains assassins, but also becomes a new family to some. Interestingly, Eva's father had once belonged to Ruska Roma too. Winston introduces Eva to the director of Ruska Roma and then leaves her in their care. Over the years, Eva grows up there, trained in the deadly arts but also mastering ballet. She's determined to become the best, not just for herself, but to one day avenge her father's death. After years of intense physical and mental training, Eva finally reaches the final test of her training, a live combat scenario where she must assemble a weapon faster than her opponent and kill them. Faced with another ballerina in training, Eva proves her skill and finishes the task successfully, completing her transformation into a full-fledged assassin. Shortly after this, John Wick arrives at the Ruska Roma facility to speak with the director on a separate matter. After completing her final test, Eva catches a glimpse of a man visiting the director. It's none other than John Wick. Curious and perhaps seeking direction, she approaches him and asks, "How do I start doing what you do?" John replies, "It looks like you've already started." He warns her that once she goes down this path, there's no turning back. She still has a chance to walk away. Eva, looking for answers, counters with, "Then why didn't you?" To that, John quietly responds, "I'm trying to." Before walking away. With her training complete, Eva is now given real-world contracts, some to eliminate targets, others to protect them. She handles each mission with precision and efficiency, proving herself as a skilled assassin. Months go by, and during one of her missions, Eva kills a target and notices a distinct symbol etched on the target's hand. It's a mark she remembers clearly. She saw the same symbol on the hands of the people who killed her father. Shaken, Eva brings the severed hand to the director and demands answers. The director explains that those marked individuals follow no rules, no codes, and have no allegiance. They don't interfere in the affairs of others, and others don't interfere in theirs. Eva asks why such people would try to abduct her when she was a child. The director warns her, saying, "You'll never find them. Chasing them will only lead to destruction. I'm ordering you to stay away." But Eva has vengeance burning in her soul. She cannot let this go. She travels to the Continental Hotel during New Year's festivities and meets with Winston, the hotel's manager. Eva asks him about the same symbol. Winston explains that the people she's referring to aren't like them. They don't kill for money or necessity, but for spectacle. They live in a world different from ours, he says. We don't know their exact whereabouts, but if any of them visit our hotels, we keep a close eye. Winston reveals that one such man with the mark is currently staying at the Park Continental Hotel. His name is Daniel Pine, and there's a bounty of several $1 million on his head. Winston provides Eva with Daniel's details. She immediately checks into the hotel and stealthily enters Daniel's room. Inside, she finds him with his young daughter. Daniel confronts Eva and asks what she wants. Eva tells him she only seeks information. She wants to find the people who killed her father, people who bear the same symbol Daniel has. Before he can answer, the bounty on Daniel's head suddenly increases. With that, hired killers breach the rules and storm the hotel, attempting to kill Daniel for the massive reward. These killers are part of the same mysterious group. They plan to kill Daniel and abduct his daughter. A fierce shootout erupts. During the chaos, Daniel begs Eva to help get his daughter to safety, promising to tell her what she wants to know in return. Eva agrees, and together they try to escape. But during their attempt, Daniel is shot. As Eva protects the child, she is knocked unconscious by a mysterious young woman. The attackers then abduct the girl and vanish. Shortly afterward, Continental Hotel security captures two of the intruders who attempted to enter Eva's room. Eva is not punished, as she didn't kill anyone within the hotel premises and technically didn't break the rules. However, the two captured assassins are executed for violating Continental law. Still determined, Eva visits a gun shop and questions the shopkeeper about the symbol and the people behind it. But he refuses to share anything. While he distracts Eva by showcasing different firearms, the marked people arrive, this time, with a clear intent to eliminate her. The marked assassins ambush the gun shop because Eva had sided with Daniel. A brutal fight breaks out, and Eva, fighting fiercely, eliminates them one by one. During the chaos, the shop suffers significant damage, enraging the owner. In frustration, he finally gives in and tells Eva the location where those marked people can be found. She thanks him and immediately sets off toward the destination. As Eva enters the secluded location, she's already being watched. She steps out of her car and walks into a nearby coffee shop, but almost instantly, she's attacked. Every person around her turns out to be hostile. It becomes clear, this entire town is against her. Despite the relentless ambush, Eva holds her ground. After a long and exhausting fight, they still fail to capture her. One of the observers monitoring Eva calls Chislov and informs him of the situation. Chislov immediately gives the order to follow full combat protocols. Soon, an announcement is made throughout the area. Everyone is ordered to evacuate their homes and focus on one mission: find and kill Eva. The town turns into a war zone. Dozens of attackers close in. Eva fights valiantly, taking down enemy after enemy, but eventually, the numbers overwhelm her. She's surrounded. Then, the same mysterious girl who had knocked her unconscious earlier reappears. As she prepares to strike again, she notices Eva's Ruska Roma tattoo. Recognizing its significance, she hesitates and rushes to report this to Chislov. Moments later, Chislov himself approaches Eva. He begins calmly, telling her that many years ago, he met the director of Ruska Roma. He admits he didn't like her much, but respected her views. They both believed in strict rules and order. Eva tells him firmly that her mission has nothing to do with the director or Ruska Roma. She came here on her own. Chislov, amused but cold, responds, "Then it does now." He accuses her of coming for the child, his granddaughter, and calls it a grave mistake. According to him, one day, everything here will belong to that girl. His son tried to deny her that legacy by taking her away. Chislov explains that this place isn't just a village, it's a fortress, a sanctuary for people like them. "Do you never dream of building your own family?" he asks. Eva's voice hardens. "I had a family," she says. "When I was a child, your people came into my home. They murdered my father and tried to take me." Upon hearing this, Chislov finally recognizes her identity. Shock flashes in his eyes. He calls over the young woman. Her name is Lena Makarov. She is, in fact, Eva's long-lost sister. Chislov tells Lena, "Years ago, I killed her father. That's why she's here. She's your sister." And just as the revelation hits both sisters, chaos erupts again as Eva prepares to fight. Gunfire erupts as Eva begins attacking Chislov's men. Hearing the shots, others rush in. One of them tries to shoot Eva from behind, but Lena steps in and shoots him instead, saving her sister. Eva escapes the room, and Lena follows closely behind. They take shelter in a nearby house, finally getting a moment to breathe and talk. For the first time, they discuss their shared past, the pain they endured, and the family that was stolen from them. Meanwhile, Chislov, feeling betrayed by both women, gives the order to kill them. His assassins launch a brutal assault, throwing grenades into the house. The blasts injure Eva badly, and in the chaos, Lena, wounded and fading, looks at her sister one last time and says, "I missed you so much," before dying in Eva's arms. When the assassins enter the room to confirm the kill, Eva, fueled by rage and loss, grabs a katana and cuts them down one by one in a furious display of skill and vengeance. Chislov, waiting for confirmation, asks one of his men if the mission is complete. But it's not the assassin who replies, it's Eva herself. Her voice comes cold and steady, "It'll be complete with your death." Realizing things have escalated beyond control, Chislov makes a direct call to the director of Ruska Roma. He accuses her of breaking a centuries-old truce between their factions. Calmly but firmly, the director replies, "Ruska Roma does not want war, not with you, not with anyone." But Chislov doesn't back down. "Whether you sent her or not doesn't matter," he says. "You'll pay for every one of her mistakes. If you don't call her off, prepare for war." The director gives a quiet, solemn response. "She has already chosen a path outside Ruska Roma. I can't control her anymore. But perhaps there's still a way to prevent this war." She offers a compromise, a final chance for peace. "I'll send someone. Someone who can end this without more bloodshed." And so, she sends John Wick. When John Wick finds Eva, she stares him down, her body bruised but her will unbroken. "Are you here to kill me?" she asks. John Wick calmly replies to Eva's question, "That depends on you. You can still walk away. The choice is yours." But Eva, full of rage and resolve, refuses. "I'm not going anywhere," she says, and fires at John. If he wanted to, John Wick could have ended the fight in seconds. But he holds back. He doesn't want to kill her. Again, he urges, "Leave. There's still time." Eva doesn't budge. Looking him in the eye, she says, "He killed my father." John nods. "I know." "Then let me finish this," Eva pleads. After a pause, John agrees and gives her 30 minutes to finish what she started. What follows is an explosive and bloody battle. Eva charges through waves of enemies, leaving bodies in her wake. At one point, she's nearly killed, but John steps in to help, keeping his promise not to stop her, but not letting her die either. When Chislov realizes things are spiraling out of control, he tries to flee. But Eva intercepts his car with gunfire, forcing him to stop. She confronts him one last time, and this time, she ends it. With Chislov's death, Eva finally avenges her father. Eva then takes Chislov's granddaughter, the girl, into her care and disappears into the night. Later, the director calls John Wick. "Is she dead?" she asks. Without hesitation, John replies, "He's dead." The director, understanding the coded message, says good, and hangs up. In the final moments, we see Daniel Pine reunited with his daughter. Eva has safely returned the girl to him. But peace comes at a price. A $5 million bounty is now placed on Eva's head. And with that, the movie comes to a close. And that wraps up The Deadly Dance of Bellerina, 2025, a fierce journey of blood, sisterhood, and vengeance. From heartbreak to retribution, Eva Makarov showed us what it takes to survive in a world ruled by killers. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next deep dive. Check the description below for our John Wick Chapter 1 breakdown to explore more of this brutal universe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one, where the next story is always one shot away.